Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Flacco on the give to Lindsay. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he's dropped right at the 40.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. A give, running right, Lindsay. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd. Down.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Safarian Jenkins.
Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On second down, Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Down 6 at the 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. 27-yard line. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Down. 8, read. 55.
First throw now for the backup lock. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. From the 36, Locke caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. You might be getting tired of seeing me.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
A gain of 5. And the Broncos first down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On first down, it's Lindsey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And McManus able to put it through. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Check 52.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back at his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Locke, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Look at the spin. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Wide open receiver complete. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
First down, Broncos.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. Well, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Ready?
Here's Freeman. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Ready. 8-3. Check tight.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
90 Wolf.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. You kick it, you got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, credit the sack to Von Miller. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Here's Carr to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a give right side. It's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing now is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Check now.
Here's Lindsey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Carr. He'll have a first down past the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Carr now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Denver, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.